Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Anno 2070, where we're finally going to be starting the mission. So, yeah, this is actually... I like this world map. Like, it's basically, you know, a flooded Earth, and it's very interesting in that way. It's interesting to see, you know, the planet with risen sea levels and stuff. Anyway, so, we've, finally got everything set up. Like I said at the end of the last episode, just had to fix something with my stream. I'm streaming this because it's the weekend. I tend to stream my weekend recording sessions that, you know, aren't the multiplayer Let's Play, which is not happening this week, which is why we have Anno 2070. Aha! Aha. Alright. So, we're almost there. Almost there. So, in the last episode, I just basically explained
Our mission is to eliminate.
Instructions for the current quest. Received. Data log for mission.
And I have a random quest. Alright. So, this is the game, and this is our starting island, apparently. Keto arrives in 3 hours and 30 minutes. The pace of this game isn't exactly StarCraft 2. Now, I have an incredible... One of the other things about the Ark that's mentioned is I can actually bring it between. This is terrible, I suppose. The Ark I can actually bring between things. Alright, so we're going to place a port here. Or a warehouse, I believe it's called. And we're actually going to start construction of a city. One of the things that the Ark allows me to do is bring a pile of resources along. Now, I'm gonna hopscotch here, somewhere where I can place a city center. City center is the first place that you'll need. The first thing you need in order to build, like,
Building
citizenry.
selection. Expand.
I can actually just get rid of this. Alright, so now that I've placed a city center, I can start building houses. Although first I need some road. Do I remember how to do this? I hope I do. I really hope I do. I believe it's like this. There's a specific way I always used to lay out my houses. I found it to be highly efficient. And I believe this is how it's done. Yes, yes it is. Okay, good. So what I've started doing here is laying out a bunch of houses. These houses that are things that people will move into. It's very convenient that way. Now, as I was saying, one of the things about the Ark is that it actually allows me to transport goods. These are all goods that I have from another game that I was playing a really long time in the past. So, what I can actually do is just drag it onto my boat. Here. And I can take goods from one map and bring them to another to give myself a quicker start. I also have a series of upgrades attached to my Ark here, which gives various global bonuses. For example, the basic ones I got down here: maintenance costs reduced by 10%, energy consumption minus 4%, productivity, which just means general goods produced, up 4%. Alright, so we're going to continue the construction here. Oop. Oop. We'll be doing this. And then we have a singular road. We do that. Oh. Already ran out of building mats. And we have to attach roads here or else they'll start getting pissed at me. The other thing we need to do is start establishing industry. Specifically... did I bring any fish? No, but I did bring that. That's a good one. This is something I want to transfer onto my ship. It's a specific object. It's a little something I brought along. There we go. And what I'll be building here are some fishing docks. Tend to want to build them a certain distance out. Now, normally ships and stuff won't just flow through the docks, but I placed it later. The pathfinding just kind of goes through stuff. Alright. So now I've got this item loaded in. And what I'm going to do... Oh no, it is actually socketed. Good. So this being socketed actually gives 25% production efficiency to those fisheries, meaning they'll produce more fish. Fish is the primary source of food in this game, and you need it to feed your inhabitants, which I'm building a vast quantity of housing for. So as you can tell, I almost care about them. Almost. They are, you know, your source of income, for the most part. There are two ways to get money in this game. One, taxes. Two, trade. And it's generally good to set yourself up with a decent tax base at least. Alright, so we almost have enough houses, on this side at least. Trying to get a decent city up and running. Up here in the corner, we can see my current wealth, my current income, my current population, and if I hold it over here, we can see the global population breakdown. We're going to try and finish this off here. Only 2 on that one, because I can't build roads out far enough to get to the others. So there we go. I've completed 1/2 of the city. Now I'm asking, well, what about this mid-row here? The mid-row is a little interesting. I plan to do other things with that later. Though for now, like I said, I want to try and get myself a well-established and well-put tax base. Because getting, you know, income is key. And as I expand here, I'm going to need additional
Energy
food.
supply inadequate.
Ah, right. We're running out of energy here. Now, this is kind of where some of my upgrades on the Ark that I was talking about will come into play. Because what I'm going to do is lay down a rotary extractor, which produces coal. As well as a coal power station, which consumes coal and produces electricity. If you can guess, it also produces a pile of pollution. Up here we can see the current eco-balance of the island. It can be a value anywhere between -1,000 and 1,000.
Need for community centers.
Huh? Oh. I apparently didn't build the road quite far enough here. They said they get unhappy if there's no community. What? Oh. Huh. I actually misplaced that house there. Let's try that again. There. That time, it'll work. Very good. Alright. So yeah, I need to try and ensure that I have enough fishing docks to feed everybody. Generally speaking, I hope to try and, or usually I try and set it up, so that way I, just in general, will have enough. I want it to face this way. I think that's the best, yeah. Alright, that's it we can do. And I'm specifically building this in a certain way. It's really odd at first, but I promise it'll make sense. It'll make sense later. It's one of those things you're just going to have to trust me on. Alright. So now we have a power plant here, which is consuming coal and producing power. Now, if we look over here, we can see the thermodynamic efficiency enhancer and the spheric procedure. Both of these are actually upgrades on the Ark. I believe it's this one and this one, yeah. These two upgrades. So these improve all the coal power stations, not just on this island, but on any island I settle. I haven't done much exploring, because there isn't much exploring to do quite yet. I'm still setting up my main island. Though I suppose we should head out. Also, another one of the upgrades I've got here is a global gun upgrade from my Ark. Sector-wide, all my ships have an improved attack power. Now, I still have a whack load of goods in this warehouse. Everything from small arms munitions, to steel, to concrete, to tools. I decided and opted out of bringing heavy weapons. I could have flat out just brought uranium shells
Scanning
if I wanted
unknown coast.
to. Alright, we've discovered another island. What do we got here? This looks nice. Continue our scouting, though. Once you discover the coast of an island, it scans it out. So that way, you know, you can just kind of see stuff. Let's see, what resources are available here?
Scanning
Uranium,
unknown coast.
copper, limestone. It's got pretty much everything. The only thing it's missing out on is sand. Has oil, that's important. Alright, this is no uranium, but a pile of sand and gold. And it's got a pile of rivers in which to harvest it from. Those two islands could work well together. This is a lot of room for industry.
Thor Strindberg, if you get in my way, things will become unpleasant.
And I just encountered Thor Strindberg's island, Vermilion. Great, so he is in an island literally adjacent to mine. That's never a good thing. You can see him just kind of setting up. And you'll notice how he's particularly set up his harbor. It's in a very similar fashion to my own. The only difference is he already has guns, and instead of building walls, I just built fishing docks. Who needs walls when you can construct walls out of fishing docks? Ha ha. And he's kind of got his little city going. And he's already, of course, begun munitions and oil production. As a player, I have to follow a different tech tree than everyone else, so I'm just kind of darting around, trying to hopefully find some islands. I'm looking for one that'll be good for farming. Farming is the next thing I really need to start doing. It's a very important thing.
Locating island.
I'm looking for very specific properties if I'm going to farm on a specific island. For now, I'm going to continue to improve my tax base, however. Build some more homes. Getting up to 250 an hour. Alright, looks like another pretty basic island. Yeah. Oh dear. I would really like to find an... There's one of the... Wow. Okay, the thing I'm looking for is... Are they on? I haven't seen a single one, which is strange. They have to be, right? I must have turned them on. I might not have. That could be a problem.
Scanning unknown coast.
Oh shoot, I don't think I turned them on. Yeah, alright. Well, what I was looking for was an eco device, effectively. It would just improve the eco balance of the island and improve farms altogether. This looks like an okay island that I could use for farms. Alright. I'd never want to put my farming and my industry and my city all on the same island. You generally have to start doing that, but I have resources in my arc that's going to allow me to expand a little quicker. You generally will want a small industry here. You'll want a couple of things such as basalt crushers and smelters. You'll want some iron mines, the usual stuff. The great thing about being a tycoon is I get these rotary extractors. You see, the ecologists, you know, the hippies they are, actually have to mine for coal in these mines. I can just drop a rotary extractor anywhere I want. Suckers. Alright. Doot. Doot. And come on. 3, 4. There we go. Okay, so that'll be okay to start up. I guess we'll just drop it here. It's close by. Oh, we got Leon, I believe.
Identify yourself. Or did you really think you could wander into the green offensive just like that?
So yeah, we've now encountered a couple of people. I can go to diplomacy at any time, see the people I've met.
You're on my list.
Guido is on their way to the sector to annihilate you. Yep. It is, at least at the start, more efficient to build your basic industry and farming on the same island. But I'm more into the long-term efficiency. So, now I've got this set up, which is very important. Alright. Yeah, right off the bat, I'm just going to start dropping these. Don't think there's any reason why I can't do it. Yeah. Right there should be okay if I remember how this works. Yeah. Damn. Alright, how far would I have to move this over? 2 blocks, okay. Alright. These are actually fairly compact. These are distilleries. But you see, in order to make a happy population, you have to have booze. Lots and lots of booze. So, you simply drop a farm, and then you click down here, and you have to set up the production areas equal to that. This allows you to have a little more
Warning.
room,
Production
because
halted.
the islands are kind of randomly generated, so the edges aren't exactly as fluid as you'd hope, and would make setting these up a lot trickier otherwise. So, booze for everybody. Sadly, you know, setting up more production areas than required doesn't help. Doesn't make things more efficient. However, you lose efficiency if you set up less production areas than you otherwise need.
Energy supply inadequate.
And of course, we're running out of energy. This is sort of to be expected.